Day 1 complete. It was absolutely horrific. I lost count of how many hills we had to contend with. Why are there so many hills in bloody Cornwall? Law, the wind was in our face. Day 2, we are traveling from Cullington to Taunton today. I just hope the weather is better than yesterday. Didn't sleep that great and my legs ache like hell. Hopefully I'll lose. Day 3, today we head into Wales. We are passing through the rest of Somerset, Avonmouth, Bristol and on to Tinder. Day 3 complete. Today was a really good day for us. The sun was shining for pretty much the whole time and the wind finally swung around behind us and we soon got out of Somerset. Day 4 complete. Hello everyone, sorry I couldn't update our outfit today this morning. We were out in the Welsh Valley and I couldn't get any reception at our accommodation. Today was another tough day. It all looked good first thing. The sun was shining and the wind was at our backs and we were running downhill out of the valley. After 10 miles we yo-yoed in and out of Wales nearly as many times as my jacket was on and off due to the changing weather. It was that temperamental. Once we got through Leicester we had to stop for 20 minutes whilst a thunder and hailstorm passed by. Then we had to squash into a phone box together when the next rainstorm came along. I think Martin quite enjoyed being stuck. Poor reception again meant I couldn't do a morning update. We are 40 miles in and about 8 from Warrington. We then have to bypass Wigan and then at Preston we head west and up into Bla. Day 5 complete. It felt like the longest ride so far, probably because it was. We left Shrewsbury early to give ourselves a good shot at getting to Blackpool by a reasonable time. We used all the back roads and country lanes up to Lancaster, then followed the main road through to Carnforth. The sun was shining although the wind was still strongly in our faces. We then pushed on towards Kendal. I don't know what it is about fighting animals but there were 2 ducks having a right ear up in a field we passed. We also saw a baby deer who looked like Bambi. Before Kendal we headed left into the heart of the Lake District in Windermere. The final 6 miles were bloody murder with the hills dash. We probably had to climb 20-25 and that spell it did our heads in. At least it's a rest day tomorrow though. Day 7. The rest day was really nice but it's very much back to reality now. We face another longer day today. Actually the next 3 days are long but if we crack them we feel like we are heading for the home straight. We leave Windermere before heading north around the waters to Penrith. From there we head further north through Carlisle and up and across the border into Scotland. We passed through the famous Gretna Green before heading up towards Dumfries where we stay on a farm 12 miles out of town. Day 8 complete. There's absolutely nothing I can say good about today. It was the day from hell. We are both absolutely exhausted, in pain and our rest day can't come quick enough. This was without doubt our darkest day and getting through it must hopefully count for something. We left the farm and headed for Kilmarnock before taking the coast road around. Gorrock where we had to take a short ferry ride across to Dunoon and the start of the locks. We didn't get the ferry until 9:30 p.m. as it took us this long to get there as the wind was so strong in our faces for the whole 94 miles of today's journey. We had to pedal down hills it was that strong and would have pushed us back up. Today nearly broke us, physically. And in spirit hope tomorrow is better. Lee is not telling the full story. Has anyone seen a Lee grit tantrum? It is so funny. For the 3rd time this trip Lee has gone into child mode. This time standing stamping his feet, crying and telling me he did not care if he died. I told him to F off and left him taking a pic of a signpost. Leaving him standing I shot into a pub for a quick half and waited for the ginger winger to pass. 10 minutes later he passed tail between legs and we continued on to Blackpool. The likes of myself, Jeff and Dale know when Lee is having a tantrum just laugh, it makes it 10 times worse, but is so funny even on our rest day. The weather is shocking. Hasn't stopped. Raining all day and some idiot van driver soaked us with a puddle as we were walking into town. Tantrum number 4 from me followed. Lol, things surely can't get any worse. Day 10, we are back on the road and it's another long one today. We leave Fort William and head northeast, bypassing Inverness and going past Loch Ness before making our way up to Bonner Bridge where we stay for the night. The weather is dull and grey again, but we feel that if we make it through today we've cracked it. Day 10 complete. Bad reception again. Me. Meant I had to write this in the morning. We are deep in the Scottish Highlands now. Loch Ness was amazing and we got to see some great sights for once. Yesterday was another long day. Day 10 complete. Bad reception again meant I had to write this in the morning. We are deep in the Scottish Highlands now. Loch Ness was amazing and we got to see some great sights. For once. Yesterday was another long day, but it was a good day and we feel that we are nearly there now. 2 days to go. Well, someone or something has been sent to try us. After 6 days of riding we had the hardest 3 days. Days 7 and 8 was so windy the whole way. Headwinds up to 20 miles an hour meant we couldn't glide down hills. We had to ride or we would grind to a halt. The wind was also hazardous due to both nearly being blown over. Then day 9 meant we had a 116-mile haul and NM stop bring rain from Dunoon to Fort William, which meant after being knackered and tired after the first 6 days we pulled 308 miles out of the bag. It's amazing what you can do when you have heart. We have had everything thrown at us weather-wise and nothing will stop us now. When we finish we know now we would have done it but the hard way with no support either like most have. The thought of people with cancer and heart disease and the constant battle they have to go through day to day has kept us going. What we are going through is nothing compared to that. Day 11 complete. It was a shorter day but the weather was absolutely horrific. I got blown off the bike once by a side wind and Martin went over 4 times. We rode through the desolate Scottish Highlands without a person or car in sight for miles. We are now standing 17 miles from the finish line with our date with destiny in sight. Day 12 complete, after 12 days. Day 12 complete, after 12 days and 1,050 miles of hell we did it. And the biggest surprise was that my dad was at the finishing line to meet us. Brought a few tears to our eyes. Thank you to everyone for your support throughout this. Your messages and encouragement really pulled us through. Thanks everyone for all your support and really kind messages. We really appreciate it.
A huge thank you to everyone who came to welcome the boys home last night. It was an amazing turnout for them and they were overwhelmed at all the support for them. A piper piped them home from Kingshill Avenue with so many residents coming out of their houses and clapping them home. There were tears all round and I speak for both families in saying it was a huge relief to have them back safely. There are pictures on my Facebook for those who couldn't make it. Martin really did do a phenomenal job of organizing everything, and putting up with Lee's tantrums for 2 weeks. Solid, lol. And Lee, who has never done any sort of cycling in his life, managed 1,050 miles with a serious knee injury and showed amazing physical and mental strength. Together they got through it. The two charities the boys are supporting mean so much to so many, and they have raised £11,000 to now, which had smashed their target. This group really has kept them going on their journey, as all your messages of support and encouragement really kept their wheels turning. So thank you so much for sharing this with them and helping them through the biggest challenge of their lives so far. Until the next time. Well done, lads.